November 1989. After more than a quarter of a century, the most visible symbol of the ideological divide between Soviet Russia and the United States is declared a non-entity. Since its creation, 171 people have been killed attempting to cross the Berlin Wall. Now, a euphoric public chips away at what is soon to be a relic of the Cold War. For Americans, it was the end of an era, and soon a new president would be sworn into office to realize the dreams of a world without a major military rival.
So help me God.
Many believed that the specter of what President Eisenhower had termed the military-industrial complex would become a thing of the past. Rather than devoting enormous sums to military spending, taxpayer funds could now be allocated to a radical expansion in healthcare and other forms of social spending. The dream was not to be. On February 1st, 1999, the Clinton administration released its new federal budget. It contained a tiny 3% increase in spending on social programs. Meanwhile, $112 billion in new funds were allocated to the military, while the budget of the CIA and other intelligence agencies rose to $29 billion. Clinton had promised what he called a peace dividend, and delivered in the form of modest cuts to some elements of the military. Yet at the same time, his administration expanded the influence of the Pentagon in key areas. One of their most significant acts was to end the official ban on advanced arms exports to Latin America and the former Soviet bloc countries. Secretary of State Warren Christopher instructed U.S. embassies to help American arms companies promote trade. Christopher had previously served as director of Lockheed Martin, the largest arms manufacturer in the world. The rise in arms sales coincided with a massive increase in privatization. Many of the jobs cut from the military were simply transferred to private contractors, over 100,000 by the end of Clinton's first term. In the wake of 9/11, the American military budget doubled to over $700 billion. Today, it is estimated at over $1 trillion.
I've said that we need to increase the size of our military, which politically, if it got to the floor, probably would pass. But there, as you know, a whole bunch of folks on the left who think that that is a waste of money. I think it's important for us to do.
As a whole, the U.S. now spends as much on war as the rest of the world combined. An estimated 800 U.S. military bases in at least 150 countries crisscross the globe. To put these numbers in perspective, more money is now spent on air conditioning for American military personnel than the entire budget of NASA. In the halls of power, the idea of initiating significant cuts to war spending has become almost unthinkable. This film will examine the reasons why.